Got some breaking news. Houston police blame street racers for causing a pickup truck to crash off an overpass on the North Freeway overnight. It led to a chain reaction crash. ABC 13 reporter Courtney Fisher is near Little York. Courtney, 2 adults and a baby were inside that crushed pickup, believe it or not.
Yeah, and the pickup flew off the freeway, Erica. It all started with these street racers that were weaving through traffic, zipping around cars and trucks over there up on the freeway, and they actually caused the accident. Police say that pickup truck flew, again, off the freeway and landed here on the feeder. You can see that sign, about 15-foot drop. The truck landed on its roof. Look at this video, a baby and man inside. They were both not hurt, but the woman went to the hospital. The car that hit them burst into flames up there on the freeway, and a third car also crashed. Again, all of these people involved, innocent people just trying to get out of the way as the street racers raced each other.
So whoever those people are, dadgummit, you ought to think about what you just did tonight, because this is a horrible scene. It could have been a lot worse.
You can hear how fired up that lieutenant is about the situation. He says that street racing right now during the pandemic has become a huge issue. Obviously, you guessed it, so many people are not on the roads at this time. Obviously, all these businesses starting to open up, and they're worried that it's going to continue to be an issue, but more people will be out here trying to get to work. For now, reporting live, Courtney Fisher, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Deaths from COVID-19 across the U.S. are close to 95,000 this morning. Here in Southeast Texas, 398 deaths. Meantime, the director of the CDC is warning about a second wave of the virus. Robert Redfield pointed to the southern hemisphere's cooling temperatures and now a spike in cases, and says he won't rule out a second lockdown of the country. President Trump says no way, that will not happen.
Whether it's an ember or a flame, we're going to put it out. But we're not closing our country. Thank you very much.
Back here in Houston, one of the mayor's aides has died of coronavirus. Our reporter Jeff Ealing tells us how Keith Wade is being remembered. Jeff?
Good morning to you, Tom. Keith Wade was very well known in the city of Houston, especially in the political centers here in our city. He was a mentor to so many elected officials who are in office right now. Overnight, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee confirmed Wade passed away from coronavirus, saying in a tweet that Wade was, quote, "A dear and beloved friend has fallen tonight at the hands of COVID-19. Keith Wade was a quiet and even-handed leader. He was a political strategist without comparison, and many of us in public service can attribute our successes to him. He battled this vicious virus without complaint, and he will be deeply missed." Meanwhile, Mayor Turner released a statement as well, saying, "Keith and I go back 46 years to our days on the campus of the University of Houston." The mayor added, "This is a sad day for a lot of people because Keith wasn't just a consultant or a special advisor. He was a friend and a brother." Now, this is not the first COVID-19 exposure linked to city government. Councilwoman Leticia Plummer recently recovered from coronavirus. Since then, all city council members and even the mayor have been tested for COVID-19. We can tell you that the mayor's last test came last week and he tested negative. Keith Wade is being remembered as a pioneer in the political world, someone who worked tirelessly for the disenfranchised. Keith Wade was 65 years old. Reporting live, Jeff Ealing, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Jeff, thanks. At midnight, bars across Texas opened back up. Not every bar chose to reopen, but this one did. It's Lincoln Bar on Houston's Washington Avenue. They had about 24 people at midnight. Under the governor's reopening plan, bars can open at 25% capacity. Managers say they've been waiting for this.
We're trying to keep people, from gathering up, but, it's new to us also to have a cycle going on.
Under that same order, bingo halls and bowling alleys are also allowed to reopen. ABC 13 reporter Charlie Essity is at a bowling alley on Mangum in Northwest Houston with how they're getting ready there. Charlie.
Hey, Erica, good morning to you. Well, here at Del Mar, they're preparing to open in about 2 hours. And I know when people hear bowling alleys, they're thinking, ooh, the ball probably has a lot of germs on it. Well, here at Del Mar, here's how it's going to work. You're going to come, you're going to grab a clean bowling ball from this pile. You're going to take it to your lane. You're going to play your game, and you're going to leave it in the ball return. That's where a staff member is going to come in. They're going to grab it, and they're going to take that bowling ball, and they're going to use hospital-grade cleaner to get all around the ball and also inside of those finger holes to make sure that it is very clean before they put it back. And another question people have, do I have to wear a mask inside of the bowling alley? Well, here at Del Mar, they're asking their staff members to wear the mask when they're working. As for customers, they're saying we highly recommend it. And we went to a bingo hall and asked the owner the same question, and here's what she had to say.
I think we're just looking forward to getting back to some sort of normalcy.
And at the Family Bingo Center off of the North Loop, that of course means bingo! Governor Greg Abbott gave the thumbs up for several more businesses to open up earlier this week.
At a wide range of businesses, ranging from drive-in concerts to bowling alleys, can open up at a 25% capacity.
And there's still many safety precautions like social distancing and sanitizing that must be taken so families can hopefully stay healthy.
So we have 3 sanitation stations set up throughout the hall. We physically removed quite a few chairs.
And when people show up, they're going to be called up by number to make sure that nobody is standing too close in line when they go to buy their bingo cards. And what about wearing masks?
You are welcome to. We encourage you to if that makes you feel comfortable, but it is not going to be a requirement inside of our hall.
All right, and here at Del Mar Lanes, they are opening up at 9 o'clock this morning, and they are going to be booking people in every other lane to maintain that social distancing. And over at the bingo hall, they're going to be opening up at 5 o'clock tonight, 25% capacity. That's the same rule that's going to be applied here as well. And at the bingo hall, that's going to be about 175 people in total that will be allowed in the building tonight. Charlie Edsity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, weather-wise for today, steamy then soggy, pretty much the same look at temperatures as we experienced yesterday. Definitely not as hot as earlier this week when we were nearing those records, tying those record highs. You'll notice we've got some activity building as we get into the evening hours. Most of that activity stays well over to our north. For us today, those chances of rain, not at 0, but low enough at 20%, 30% chance a little bit higher, a little bit further toward the north that you go. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. By noontime, upper 80s, low 90s for the afternoon. Still monitoring this area of low pressure that is going to be tracking toward the south. And as it does so, it's going to be tugging in some moisture disturbances that will be rolling ahead of this area of low pressure. Is going to be sending us some locally heavy rain beginning on Sunday. Here are some updated rainfall totals over the next 7 days. A swath of 1 to 2 inches along the I-45 corridor eastward, but west of that freeway, we are looking at 3 to 5 inches possible. So no doubt some street flooding issues could be possible by next week. Excessive rain beginning on Sunday, and then those rain totals stacking up for over the next 7 days. The next 10 days, very active weather pattern for us. Temperatures starting off in the 70s in the morning with highs back down in the low to mid 80s.
All right, and that's all the time we have for the news this morning.
Hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. See you back on Monday.